Hi guys. So 2022 preliminary examination general studies 1 paper set A. సో మనకి ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎలా ఫ్రేమ్ చేస్తున్నాడు అనేది ఈ పేపర్ నుంచి చూసుకోండి. ఈ ఇయర్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అనేవి లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ క్వశ్చన్స్కి ఎలా మోడిఫికేషన్ ఉన్నది కంపారిజన్ చేసుకోండి. సో ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ అనేది చేంజ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి సో మీరు కూడా డైనమిక్గా ప్రిపరేషన్ అనేది ఉండాలి. సో ఇలాంటివి ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు మాత్రం కొంచెం కేర్ఫుల్గా మనం ప్రతిదీ కూడా ఇంపార్టెంట్గా తీసుకోవాలి. సో ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ చూడండి. ర్యాపిడ్ ఫినాన్సింగ్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్ అండ్ ర్యాపిడ్ క్రెడిట్ ఫెసిలిటీస్ ఆర్ రిలేటెడ్ టు ది ప్రొవిజన్స్ ఆఫ్ లెండింగ్ బై విచ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్. సో ఇక్కడ డైరెక్ట్గా ఐఎంఎఫ్ మనకి ఇంటర్నేషనల్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్లోని వీటి రోల్స్ ఏంటి అనేది మనం తర్వాత వీటి గురించి ఒక్కొక్క దాని గురించి రీసెర్చ్ చేసుకోవాలి, అంటే ఒక్కో దాని గురించి తెలుసుకోవాలా, ప్రతిదీ ఫైండ్ చేసుకోవాలి. సెకండ్, విత్ రిఫరెన్స్ టు ది ఇండియన్ ఎకానమీ కన్సిడర్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్. సో మేజర్గా ఇక్కడ నీర్ అండ్ రీర్ అనేవి ఉన్నాయి. ఇవేంటి డెఫినేషన్స్ చూడాలి. సో ఈ డెఫినేషన్స్ నుంచి మనం దీన్ని ఫైండ్ చేయాలి. సో దీంట్లో ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేసి 1 and 3 ఆప్షన్ సి. సో సెకండ్, రీర్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అయినప్పుడు ట్రేడ్ కాంపిటేటివ్నెస్ అనేది తగ్గిపోతుంది. సో ఇక్కడ నీరు రీర్ అనేది ఇచ్చాడు. సో ప్రతిదీ మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలంటే ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్స్ ఇంకొక వీడియోలో ఉన్నాయి, అవి మీకు తర్వాత క్వశ్చన్స్. ఫస్ట్ మీరు ఈ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏంటంటే యూజ్ చేసుకున్న స్టడీ సర్కిల్కి మీకు యూజ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి జస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ చూసుకోండి. విత్ రెఫరెన్స్ టు ది ఇండియన్ ఎకానమీ కన్సిడర్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్. ఇఫ్ ద ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ ఈస్ టూ హై, రిజర్వ్ బ్యాంక్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ఈజ్ లైక్లీ టు బై గవర్నమెంట్ సెక్యూరిటీ. సో ఇక్కడ కీవర్డ్ అనేది బై కానీ సెల్ కానీ సెక్యూరిటీ, అంటే ఇక్కడ ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ అనేది ఒక కీవర్డ్, ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ ఈజ్ టూ హై అనేది ఒక కీవర్డ్, ఇక్కడ బై అనేది ఒక కీవర్డ్. సో నెక్స్ట్, ఇఫ్ ది రూపీ ఈజ్ ర్యాపిడ్లీ డిప్రిషియేటింగ్ ఆర్బీఐ ఈజ్ లైక్లీ టు సేల్ డాలర్స్ ఇన్ ద మార్కెట్. నెక్స్ట్, థర్డ్, ఇఫ్ ది ఇంట్రెస్ట్ రేట్స్ ఇన్ ద USA or European Union were to be fall, that is likely to induced RBI to buy dollars. సో ఫస్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ వచ్చేసి రాంగ్ స్టేట్మెంట్, ఎందుకంటే గవర్నమెంట్లో ఆల్రెడీ ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ ఉన్నప్పుడు పబ్లిక్లోని సో మనకి ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ ఉన్నప్పుడు పబ్లిక్ నుంచి మనీని సక్ చేయాలి, అంటే ఆర్బీఐ రిటర్న్ తీసుకోవాలి. అప్పుడు గవర్నమెంట్ సెక్యూరిటీస్ని ఆర్బీఐ రిలీజ్ చేస్తుంది, వాటిని తక్కువ కాస్ట్కి బై చేసేసి. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఆర్బీఐ సేల్ చేస్తుంది గవర్నమెంట్ సెక్యూరిటీస్ని పబ్లిక్కి, అప్పుడు ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ అనేది డిక్రీజ్ చేయగలుగుతుంది. ఆ విధంగా ఫస్ట్ వన్ తప్పు. సో బి ఆప్షన్ 2 and 3 ఆర్ కరెక్ట్. ఇక థర్డ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ వచ్చేసి ఎఫ్డిఐ అంటారు, ఫారిన్ పోర్ట్ఫోలియో ఇన్వెస్టర్స్. సో వాటికి సంబంధించింది ఇక్కడ ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవుతుంది. అంటే సెంట్రల్ యూరోపియన్ కంట్రీస్ కానీ యుఎస్ఏ కంట్రీస్లో కానీ ఇక్కడ ఫాల్ అయినప్పుడు ఇంట్రెస్ట్ రేట్స్ తగ్గుతున్నప్పుడు అక్కడ డాలర్స్ అనేవి ఇండియాలో ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్కి వాళ్ళు ట్రై చేస్తారు. సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి వాళ్ళు ఎర్న్ చేస్తారు కాబట్టి ఎఫ్డిఐ ద్వారా వాళ్ళు మ్యాక్సిమం డాలర్స్ అనేవి ఇండియాకి వస్తుంది, ఆర్బీఐ డాలర్స్ బై చేస్తుంది. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఫోర్త్, విత్ రిఫరెన్స్ టు ది G20 కామన్ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ కన్సిడర్ ది ఫాలోయింగ్. ఇది డైరెక్ట్గా కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్ క్వశ్చన్ అనమాట. ఇట్ ఈస్ అన్ ఇనిషియేటివ్ endorsed G20 together with the Paris Club, and it is an initiative to support low income countries with unsustainable debt. So both 1 and 2 are right. Next, fifth question, with reference to the Indian economy, what are the advantages of inflation indexed bonds? So ఇక్కడ accept or not third statement చూడండి, not taxable. First statement, the government can reduce the coupon rates on borrowing by ways of IIBs. So second, IIBs provide the protection to the investors from the uncertainty regarding inflation. Third, in the interest received as well as capital gains on IIBs are not taxable. So the except 3 taxable anamata. Which of the following is correct statement? Option 1 and 2 are the correct. With reference to the foreign-owned e-commerce firms operating in India, which of the following statement is or correct? So first one, they can sell their own goods in addition to offering their platforms as marketplaces. And second, the degree to which they can own big sellers on their platforms is limited. సో ఈ సిక్స్త్ క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చేసి సమ్ ఫ్యాక్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్ లేటెస్ట్ అప్డేట్ తోని సో ఇస్తారు కాబట్టి సో ఆప్షన్ బి ఇస్ రైట్ ఆన్సర్. నెక్స్ట్ సెవెంత్ క్వశ్చన్, which of the following activities constitute a real sector in the economy? సో ఇట్లాంటి జీడిపి కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్ సంబంధించినవి ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయి కాబట్టి డైరెక్ట్గా మీరు ఇవి ప్రిపేర్ కావాలి. ఆప్షన్ 1. Which of the following situation reflects the indirect transfers often talked about in media recently with reference to India? So option A, an Indian company investing in a foreign enterprises and paying taxes to the foreign country on profit arising out of investments. B, a foreign company investing in India and paying taxes to the country of its base on the profits arising out of its investment. So C, an Indian company purchases tangible assets in a foreign country and sells such assets after their value increases and transfer the proceeds to India. And D, a foreign company transfers the shares and such shares derive their substantial values from assets located in India. So option D is the right answer. ఇండైరెక్ట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్స్ అనమాట. ఇక్కడ ఇండైరెక్ట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అనే దాని గురించి టాక్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ షేర్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఆ షేర్స్ నుంచి సబ్ షేర్స్ అనమాట. షేర్స్ ని మళ్ళీ డిరైవ్ చేసేసి సబ్స్టాన్షియల్ వాల్యూస్ ని అసెట్ గా కన్వర్ట్ చేసేసి ఇండియా నుంచి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేస్తాయి. 9th question, with reference to the expenditure made by an organization or a company, which of the following statement is correct? Acquiring new technology is a capital expenditure. The debt financing is considered capital expenditures, while equity financing is considered revenue expenditure. So second is wrong. First one is right. So with reference to the Indian economy, consider the following statement. A share of households' financing saves goes towards the government borrowings. And the second, dated securities issued at a market-related rates in auctions form a large component of internal debt. Which of the following statement is or correct? Option C, both 1 and 2 are right. 11th question, consider the following statement. First one, pursuant to the report of HN's annual committee, the Contempt of Courts Act 1971 was passed. And second, the Constitution of India empowers the Supreme Court and the High Courts to punish for contempt of themselves. So third, the Constitution of India defines the civil contempt and criminal contempt. Fourth, in India, the Parliament is vested with the powers to make laws on contempt of court. Which of the following statement given above is or correct? Option B is right answer. So there is no definition defines in civil contempt and criminal contempt in Constitution. So 12th question, with reference to India, consider the following statement. The first one, government law officers and legal firms are recognized as advocates, but corporate lawyers and patent attorneys are excluded from recognition as advocates. Second, bar councils have the power to lay down the rules relating to the legal education and recognition of law colleges. Which of the following statement given above is correct? So government law officers and legal firms are recognized as advocates. It's a wrong statement. Legal practitioners, whoever the legal practitioners are not interfering in the government is called as advocates. So bar council is correct. Second one is right. So option B is right. Next, 13th question. Consider the following statement. A bill amending the constitution requires a prior recommendation of the President of India. So bill amending, bill amend చేయడానికి prior permission of president అనేది అవసరం ఉంటుంది. So second, when a constitution amendment bill is presented to the President of India, it is all obligatory for the President of India gives his her signed assent. And third, a constitution amendment bill must be passed by both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha by special majority, and there is no provisions for joint sitting. So first one is wrong. 14th, consider the following statement. The Constitution of India classifies the ministers into the four ranks: cabinet, cabinet minister, minister of state with independent charge, ministry of state, and deputy minister. The total number of the ministers in the union, including the prime minister, not exceed 15% of the total number of members in the Lok Sabha. సో ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ లో 4 ర్యాంక్స్ కాదు 3 ర్యాంక్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో త్రీ ర్యాంక్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో క్యాబినెట్ మినిస్టర్స్, మినిస్ట్రీ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్, డిప్యూటీ మినిస్టర్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఇండిపెండెంట్ చార్జ్ మినిస్టర్స్ ఉన్నారు. సో ఇక్కడ 15% అనేది లోక్సభ నుంచి ఉంటుంది, ఎంపీస్ లోక్సభ. సో ఓన్లీ సెకండ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఈస్ రైట్. 15th, which of the following is are exclusive powers of Lok Sabha? To ratify the declaration of emergency, to pass a motion of no confidence against the Council of Ministers, to impeach the President of India. Select the correct answer using given code. Simple second option only is the right answer. Remaining all are wrong. Read all the things. 16th, with reference to the anti-defection law in India, consider the following. The law specifies that a nominated legislator cannot join any political party within 6 months of being appointed to the office. And second, the law does not provide any time frame within which the presiding officer has to decide a defection case. So, defection case, which of the following statement is given or correct? Option B is right. First one is wrong. 17th question, consider the following statement. Attorney General of India and Solicitor General of India are the only officers of the government who are allowed to participate in the meetings of Parliament of India. Second, according to the Constitution of India, the Attorney General of India submits his resignation when the government which appointed him resigns. Which of the following statement is correct? Option D is the right answer. Both the statements are wrong. 18th, with reference to the writs issued by the courts in India, answer the following statement. First one, Manmas will not lie against any private organization unless it is entrusted with a public duty. Second, the Manmas will not lie against a company even though it may be a government company. Third, any public-minded person can be petitioner to move the court to obtain the writ of quo warranto. Which one of the following statement is given or correct? So, mandamas issued against any private body or any private organizations, not the government. So, option C is right. 1 and 3. 19th, with reference to the Ayushman Bharat mission, consider the following statement. Private and public hospital must adapt it as it aims to achieve the universal health coverage. Every citizen of India should be part of ultimately. So third, it has a seamless portability across the country. So option D is right. With reference to the Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, consider the following statements. So one, as per the rules of procedure and conduct of businesses in the Lok Sabha, the election of Deputy Speaker shall be held on such a date as the Speaker may fix. Second, there is a mandatory provision that the election of the candidate as a Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha shall be from either the principal opposition party or ruling party. So third, the Deputy Speaker has the same power as the Speaker when presiding over the sitting of the House, and no appeal lies against his rulings. Fourth, the well-established parliamentary practice regarding the appointment of deputy speaker is that the motion is moved by the speaker and duly seconded by the prime minister. Which of the following are correct? So option A is the right answer. So sometimes కొన్ని కీస్ అనేవి చేంజ్ ఉంటాయి. నేను ఇన్సైట్ కీస్ నుంచి మీకు సొల్యూషన్స్ అనేవి చేస్తున్నాను. బట్ సమ్ అదర్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ కీస్ అనేవి వేరే ఉంటాయి. సో మేబీ నాకు 100% తెలిసింది మాత్రం టిక్ చేస్తాను. రిమైనింగ్ వచ్చేసి అక్కడ నుంచి పికప్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో 21 అమాంగ్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్ క్రాప్స్ which one of the most important anthropogenic source of both methane and nitrous oxide? I know this rice. So 22 system of rice intensification of cultivation in which alternate wetting and drying of rice field is practiced results. So reduce the seed requirement, reduced methane production, reduced electricity consumption. Select the correct answer. So 22 is answer that option 1, 2, 3. Which of the following lakes of West Africa has become dry and turned into the desert? Lake Foguvian. So 24th Gandikota Canyon of South India was created which of one of the following rivers? Penneru. 25th Peak Mountains Namcha Parva, Garhwal Himalaya, Nanda Devi, Kuman Himalaya, Nakrek Sikkim Himalaya. Which of the following pairs is above correctly matched? So new type questions అనమాట. అవి కొత్తగా రీసెంట్గా మోడిఫికేషన్లోని ఇక్కడ నుంచి క్వశ్చన్స్ అనేవి చేంజ్ చేశారు. సో దీంట్లోని ముందు పీక్స్ ఇచ్చాడు, పీక్స్ మౌంటైన్స్ని ఐడెంటిఫై చేయమన్నాడు, అవి మ్యాచ్ అయినాయా కాలేదని చెక్ చేయమన్నాడు. సో దీంట్లో వచ్చేసి ఆప్షన్ నందాదేవి ఒకటే కరెక్ట్ ఉంది, రిమైన్ రాంగ్. The term Levant often heard in the news roughly corresponds to which of the following regions? The direct current affairs question. So it is a region in the eastern Mediterranean shores. And 27th, consider the following countries: Azerbaijan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Which of the following have the borders with Afghanistan? So Taliban control take off చేసిన తర్వాత దాని బౌండరీస్ గురించి మ్యాప్ పాయింటింగ్ అడిగారు వరల్డ్ మ్యాప్లోని. సో ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయి. సో ఆప్షన్ 3 is C is 3, 4, 5 is correct answer. And 28th, with reference to the India, consider the following statements. Monazite is source of rare elements. Monazite contains thorium. Monazite occurs naturally in the entire Indian coastal sands in India. In India, government bodies can only process or export monazite. Monazite అనేది thoriumలో ఉంటుంది, బట్ రేర్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఇది కూడా. So except third statement, so remaining all are correct. So option B is right. In the northern hemisphere, the longest day of the year normally occurs the second half of the month of the June. And 30th question, wetland or lake location. So consider the following pairs: Fugaira wetland, Punjab; Renuka wetland, Himachal Pradesh; Rudrasagar lake, Tripura; Sastamakota lake, Tamil Nadu. How many pairs given are correctly matched? సో నేను చాలా కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయ్యాను ఈ మ్యాచింగ్లోనే. సో అందుకే నాది ఇక్కడ ప్రిలిమ్స్ అనేది రాలేదు. మ్యాక్సిమం ఇలాంటి మిస్టేక్స్ కొత్తగా వస్తున్నాయి కాబట్టి చేయొద్దు. కన్సిడర్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్: ఆరోగ్య సేతు, కోవిన్, డిజిలాకర్, దీక్ష. Which are the open source digital platforms? All are the open source digital platforms. 32, with reference to the Web 3.0, consider the following statement. Web 3.0 technology enables people to control their own data. In Web 3.0 world, there can be a blockchain based social networks. Web 3.0 is operated by users collectively rather than a corporation. So 3 statements are correct. 33 with reference to the software as a service, so SaaS consider the SaaS base can be customized their user interface and can change the data field, and SaaS users can access their data through their mobile service. And third, Outlook, Hotmail, and Yahoo Mail are the forms of SaaS. Which of the following statements given are correct? All are correct. Option D. 34th question. Which one of the following statements best reflects the idea behind the fractional orbital bombed system often talked about in media? So directly a current affairs question. A hypersonic missile is launched into the space to counter the asteroid approaching to the Earth and explode it in space. A spacecraft landed on orbital another planet after making a spacecraft lands on another planet after making several orbital motions. And the third, a missile is put into the stable orbit around the Earth and debris over the target of the Earth. And D, a spacecraft moves along comet with the same speed and places a probe on its surface. So option C is the right answer. It is a missile system which targeted the deorbits over the target on the Earth. 35th question. Which one of the following is the context which the term qubit is a term quantum computing? That is consider the following communication technology: closed circuit television, radio frequency identification, wireless local network area. Which of the following are considered short range devices technology? So option D is right. 37. Consider the following statements. Biofilms can form on medical implants with the human tissues. Biofilms can form on food and food processing surface. Biofilms can exhibit antibiotic resistance. Which of the following given are correct? So option D is the right answer. All are correct. And coming to 38th question. Consider the following statements in respect of probiotics. So probiotics are made up of both bacteria and fungus, right? The organisms in probiotics are found in the food and we ingest, but they do not naturally occur in our gut. Strong. Probiotics help in the digestion of milk sugars. Option 3 is right. If a major solar storm, solar flares, reaches the Earth, which of the following are possible effects on the Earth? GPS and navigation system could fail. Tsunamis could occur at the equatorial region. Power grid could be damaged. Intense auroras could occur over much of the Earth. Fifth, forest fires could take place over much of the planet. And sixth, orbits of the satellites could be disturbed. 7. Shortwave radio communication of the aircraft flying over polar regions could be interrupted. So long question అనమాట. ఇది చాలా పెద్ద క్వశ్చన్. యూపీఎస్సీలోను ఇది మనకి ఇప్పటివరకు పెద్ద క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చింది. సో మొత్తం 7 ఆప్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆప్షన్ ఎక్సెప్ట్ 2 and 3 ఆల్ ఆర్ రైట్. సో 2 వచ్చేసి సునామీస్ రావు అండ్ 5 ఫారెస్ట్ ఫైర్స్ అనేవి మేబీ నాట్ పాసిబుల్. So 39th question, in context of vaccines manufactured prevent COVID-19 pandemic, consider the following statement. The Serum Institute of India produced COVID-19 vaccine named Covishield using mRNA platform. Sputnik V vaccine is manufactured using vector-based platform. Covaxin is an inactivated pathogen-based vaccine. Which of the following statements given are correct? So option B, 2 and 3 are correct. So option 1, mRNA is wrong. So climate action tracker which monitors the emission reduction pledges of different countries. So option A, database created by the coalition research organizations. And B, wing of the international panel on climate change. C, climate under United Nations framework. And D, agency promoted financed by the United Nations. So direct question, the current affairs. So option A is right. And 42, consider the following statement. The climate group is an international non-profit organization that derives the climate action by building large networks and runs them. Second, the International Energy Agency is a partnership with the climate group, launched a global initiative EP100. So third, EP100 brings together leading companies committed to driving innovation in energy efficiency and increasing competitiveness while delivering on emissions reduction goals. Fourth, some Indian companies are members of EP100. And fifth, International Energy Agency is the secretariat to the under two coalition. Which of the following given above are correct? So, question option B is the right answer. 43. If rainforest and tropical forest are the lungs of the earth, when the surely wetlands functions as a kidneys, which one of the following functions of the wetlands best reflects the above statements? So direct question వచ్చింది ఇది. So aquatic plants absorbs heavy metals and excess nutrients. సో మనకేంటంటే వెట్లాండ్స్ నుంచి ఇవి ఎట్లా కన్సర్వ్ చేస్తున్నాయి అనేది ఇచ్చాడు. 44th, in the context of WHO air quality guidelines, consider the following statement. So the 24-hour mean of PM 2.5 should not exceed 15 milligrams and annual mean of 2.5 should not exceed 5 microgram metric cube. So second, in a year, the highest levels of ozone pollution occur during the period of the inclement weather. Third, PM10 can penetrate the lung barrier and enter the bloodstream. Fourth, excessive ozone in the air can trigger asthma. Which of the following given above are correct? Option 4, 1 and option B is right. 1 and 4 are right. Next, 45. With reference to the which is sometimes mentioned in the news, consider the following things. It is a fungus. It grows in some Himalayan forest areas. It is a commercial cultivated in the Himalayan foothills of the northeastern India. Which of the following statements given above is are correct? So option C is right. 1 and 2. It is not commercially cultivated in the northern Himalayas. So 46, the reference to the polyethylene terephthalate, the use of the which is so widespread in our daily lives. Consider the following. It is the fibers can be blended with the wool and cotton fibers to reinforce their properties. Second, containers made up of it can be used to store the alcoholic beverage. And the third, bottles made up of it can be recycled into the either. And fourth, articles made up of it can be easily disposed by incineration without causing greenhouse gases. Which of the following given above are correct? So option A, 1 and 3 are right. Is the fibers can be blended wood. 47. Which of the following is not a bird? Golden mashir. So direct question. Golden mashir is not a bird. Which of the following are nitrogen fixing planets? Alpha Love, Amarnath, Chickpea, Clover, Purslane, Spinach. So select the correct answer using the code given below. Option A is the right answer. And bio-rock technologies talked about the which one of the following situations. So restoration of damaged coral reefs. The 50, the Miyawaki method is well known for how creation of many forests in urban areas. 51. In the Government of Indian Act 1919, the functions of the provincial governments were divided into reserved and transferred subjects. Which of the following were treated as the reserved subjects? So, administration of justice, local self-government, land revenue, police, except police. So, except local self-government. So, option C is right. Remaining all. In medieval India, the term "fonum" refers to the coins. డైరెక్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ బట్ నేను మిస్టేక్ చేశాను. కన్సిడర్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్ ఫ్రీడమ్ ఫైటర్స్: బరీంద్ర బరీంద్ర కుమార్ ఘోష్, Yogesh Chandra Chatterjee, Raj Behari Bose. Who of the above were actively associated with the Ghadar party? Direct question. Raj Behari Bose only associated with the Ghadar party. With reference to the proposal of Cripps mission, consider the following statements. The Constituent Assembly would have members nominated by the provincial assemblies as well as the princely states. Second, any province which is not prepared to accept a new constitution would have right to sign a separate agreement with the Britain. So second statement is wrong. So first one is second one is a wrong statement, but it is the correct one. Here it is a correct statement. It is which is not prepared to accept new constitution would have to sign. And 55th, with the reference to Indian history, consider the following. సో దీంట్లో జైన్ టెక్స్ట్ గురించి అడిగారు. నెటి ప్రకరణ, పరిశిష్ట పర్వన్, అడ అవధాన శతక. సో ఫోర్త్ త్రిశస్తిలకం. సారీ, I can't able to read. So option. So except 1 and 3, option B is right. 56, with reference to Indian history, consider the following: Aryadeva, Diganna, and Nathmani. Jain scholar, Buddhist scholar, Vaishnava scholar. How many pairs given above are correctly matched? Option C, only 2 pairs. With reference to Indian history, consider the following statement. The Mongol invention of India happened during the region of Jalaluddin Khilji. During the region of Alauddin Khilji, one Mongol assault marched up to the Delhi and besieged the city. And third, Muhammad bin Tughlaq temporarily lost portions of the northwest of his kingdom to Mongols. Which of the following statement given above is correct? Option B, only 2. So during the region of Alauddin Khilji, one Mongol assaulted march up to the Delhi. So 58, with reference to the Indian history, who of the following were known as the Kulahadaran? So option A, Arab merchants. Option B, Qalandars. Option C, Persian calligraphers. Option D, Sayyids. Option B is right, Qalandars. With reference to Indian history, consider the following. The Dutch established their factories, warehouses on the east coast of lands granted to them by Gajapati rulers, and Alfonso de Albuquerque captured the Goa from Bijapur Sultan. The English East India Company established a factory at Madras on plot of land leased from a representative of the Vijayanagara Empire. Which one of the following given above is correct? Option B is right. 2 and 3. 60. According to the Kautilya Ardhashastra, which of the following? A person could be a slave as a result of judicial punishment. A female slave bore her masters a son. She was legally free. If a son born to a female slave was fathered by her master, the son was entitled to the legal status of the mother's son. Which of the following given above are the correct? Option D, all are correct. Option D. Okay, got that. So 61. Consider the following statement. Tight monetary policy of US Federal Reserve could lead to the capital flight. Second, capital flight may increase the interest cost of firms with existing external commercial borrowings, ECBs, and devaluation of the domestic currency decreases the currency risk associated with the ECBs. Which of the following statement given above are correct? Option 1 and 2 right. Option A is right. Consider the following states: Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, Tripura. How many of the above are generally known as the tea producing states? So option C is right. Only 3 states. Consider the following statement. In India, credit rating agencies are regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. The rating agency of the popularly known ICRA is a public limited company, ICRA. So Brickwork Ratings is an Indian credit rating agency. Which of the following given above are correct? The latest current affairs question. So regulating which is SEBI. So option B is right. 2 and 3. 64th, with reference to the bank's board's bureau, which of the following statements correct? The governor of RBI is the chairman of Bank Bureau of Board, and Triple B recommends for the selection of the heads of the public sector banks, and Triple B helps the public sector banks in developing strategies and capital raising plan. So select the correct answer. Option 1 is wrong. So option B is right answer. 2, 3. With reference to the convertible bonds, consider the following. As there is an option to exchange the bond for equity, convertible bonds pay a lower rate interest, and the option to convert to equity afford the bondholders a degree of indexed or raising consumer purchase. Which of the following statement given above is are correct? So both 1 and 2 statements are right. 66 question, consider the following. Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, Missile Technology Control Regime, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. India is a member of which of the following above? Direct question. So option D is right. So 67, consider the following. Vietnam has been the fastest growing economy in the world in recent years. Vietnam is led by a multi-party political system. Vietnam's economic growth is linked to its integration with the global supply chains and focus on exports. For a long time, Vietnam's low labor costs, stable exchange rates have attracted the global, and Vietnam it has the most productive e-services sector in the Indo-Pacific region. Which of the following statements given are correct? So option 3 is right. 1, 3, 4 are the correct options. In India, which of the following responsible for maintaining price stability by controlling inflation? Option Department of Consumer Affairs, Expenditure Management, and Financial Stability Development, Reserve Bank of India. Direct question, Reserve Bank of India. 69. With reference to the non-fungible tokens, NFTs, consider the following. They enable the digital representation of the physical assets. They are unique cryptographic tokens that exist on a blockchain. They can be traded or exchanged at equivalence, and therefore can be used as a medium of commercial transactions. Which of the following given is above correct? So it cannot easily exchangeable. So except 3. Option 1 and 2 are right. Consider the following page. Reservoirs states: Gantaprabha, Telangana; Gandhi Sagar, Madhya Pradesh; Indira Sagar, Andhra Pradesh; Maidan, Chhattisgarh. How many pairs given or not above or? So here, which of the pairs is not corrected? Not correctly matched. Option C. 3 pairs are not correctly matched. So in India, which of the following compiles on industrial dispute closure, retrenchments, and layoffs in factories? Labor Bureau. Direct question. In India, what is the role of Coal Control Organization? So CCO is a major source of coal statistics in Government of India. It is monitor progressive development of the captive coal, like lignite works, and it hears any objections to the government's notification relating to the acquisition of the coal bearing areas. And fourth, it ensures that the coal mining companies deliver the coal to end users in the prescribed time. Option A 1, 2, 3. 73. If a particular area brought under the fifth schedule, the Constitution of India, which of the following statement best reflects the consequence? This would prevent the transfer of land of tribal people to non-tribal people. This would create a local self-governing body in that area. This would convert that area into a union territory. The state having such areas would be declared a special category. So direct here the question schedules and the tribal areas, non-tribal and tribal people hello here. So 74th, consider the sanitation. The Indian Sanitation Coalition platform promotes the sustainable sanitation and funded by the Government of India and the World Health Organization. The National Institute of Urban Affairs in apex body of the Union Ministries and Urban Affairs Government of India and provides initiative, innovative solutions to address the challenges of urban India. So which of the following given above is are correct? So option B is right answer. Option B is right answer. And 75th, which of the following has been considered under the Environment Protection Act? Option C, Central Ground Water Authority. The reference to the United Nations Credential Committee consider the following. It is a committee set up by UN Security Council and works under its supervision. It traditionally meets in March, June, and September every year. It assesses the credential of all UN members before submitting a report to the UN General Assembly for approval. Which of the following statement? So option 3 is the only one, right? Option 3A. 77. Which of the following statements best describe the polar code? So it is an international code of the safety for ships operating in the polar waters. With reference to the United Nations General Assembly, consider the following statement. So UN General Assembly grant observer status to the non-member states. Intergovernmental organizations can be seek observer status. The UN General Assembly. Permanent observers UN General Assembly can now maintain missions at the UN headquarters. Option D is the right answer. With the reference to the tea board in India, consider the following. The tea board is a statutory body and it is regulated by body attached to the Ministry of Agriculture and Welfare. The tea body head office is situated in Bangalore. The board has overseas offices at Dubai and Moscow. 4 is right. So option 4 is right. Option B is right. With the following best describes the greenwashing, so conveying a false information about the company produce ecosystem friendly. Option 1. So IT1, consider the following statements. High clouds primarily reflect the solar radiation and cools the surface of the earth. The low clouds have a high absorption infrared radiation emanating from the earth's surface and thus cause warming effect. Which of the following statements? So both 1 and 2 are wrong. And 82, consider the following statement. BD is a large refugee settlement in the northwestern Kenya. Some people who fled from South Sudan civil war live in BD. Some people who fled from civil war in Somalia live in uh, Dabab, uh, Dadaab refugee complex in Kenya. Which of the following statement is are correct? Option C, 2 and 3 is right. Consider the following statements. Armenia, Azerbaijan, Croatia, Romania, Uzbekistan. Which of the following are members of the Organization of the Turkey States? See option D 2 and 5. And consider the 84th. Consider the following statement. Gujarat has the largest solar park in India. Kerala has a fully solar powered international airport. And Goa has the largest floating photovoltaic. So option B only right. With reference to the United Nations Convention Law of Sea, consider the following statements. A coastal state has the right to establish the breadth of its territorial setup up to a limit not exceeding 12 nautical miles measured from the baselines determined in accordance with the convention. Right. Second, ships of all states, whether the coastal or landlocked, enjoy the right of innocent passage through the territory. Right. The third, the exclusive zone shall not exceed 200, right? Option D is right. Three statements are wrong. 86. Which one of the following statements best reflects the issues? Senanaku Iceland, sometimes mentioned in the news. It is generally believed that they are artificial islands made country. No. And China, Japan engaging maritime disputes over the island of the China issue. A permanent American base. So option B is right answer. It is an issue between the China and Japanese. Consider the following country important reasons for being the news in recently. Chad setting up of permanent military base by China. Guyana suspension of constitution and government by military. Lebanon severe and prolonged economic depression. Tunisia suspension of the parliament by president. How many pairs given above are correctly matched? So option C is right. Only three pairs are correctly matched. 988. Consider the following. So origin country: Anatolia, Turkey; Amora, Ethiopia; Cabo Delgado, Spain; Catalonia, Italy. How many pairs are given? Are correctly matched. See, three pairs are correctly matched. And 89. With reference to Indian laws about the wildlife protection, consider the following statement. So wild animals are considered the sole property of the government. When a wild animal is declared the protected, such animal is entitled for equal protection whether it is found in the protected areas or outside. So third, apprehension of the protected wild animals became a danger to human life is a sufficient ground for its capture or killing. Which of the following statement is correct? So except the third one, both the one and two are correct. And certain species of which one of the following organisms are well known for cultivator of fungi? So option A and so 91. Consider the following major rock edits location of Dhauli, Odisha; Aragudi, Andhra Pradesh; Jagada, Madhya Pradesh; Kalsi, Karnataka. So option B, only two pairs are right. Consider the following statement: King dynasty: Nanuka, Chandela, Jayasakti, Parampara, Paramara, and Nagabhatta to Gujara Pratihara, and Bhosha, Rashtrakuta. Option B, only two pairs are right. Which of the following statements is Sangam literature in ancient South India is corrected? The social classification of Varna was known as Sangam poets. 94. Yoga Visishta was translated into Persian by Nijamuddin Panipat during the regime of. So option A, direct question, Akbar. 95th. The world's second tallest statue sitting was of Ramanuja was inaugurated. Option A. The best means of salvation was devotion. And 96. The Prime Minister recently inaugurated the new circuit house near Somanath at Verwal. Which of the following statements is are correct regarding the Somnath temple? Somnath temple is one of the Jyotirlinga shrines. And second, a description of the Somnath temple was given by Alberni. And third, Paran Prasistha of Somnath temple, installation of present day temple was done by President. Option 3 is totally wrong. So option 1 and 2 right. 97th question. Which of the following statements best describe the role of the B cells and T cells in the human bodies? So they protect the body from the environmental allergies. They alleviate the body's pain and inflammation. They act as immunosuppressants in the body. They protect the body from the diseases caused by the pathogens. So direct question, option D. They protect the body from the diseases caused by the pathogens. 98. Following consider the following statements. Other than those made by the human, nanoparticles do not exist in nature. Nanoparticles of some metallic oxides are used in manufacture of some cosmetics, and nanoparticles of some commercial products which enter the environment are Answer for Shimane. So which of the following statements given above is are correct? Option D is the right answer. And coming to the 99, consider the following statement. DNA barcoding can be a tool of access the age of a plant or animal, listings among the species that like identify undesirable animal or plant materials processed in the foods. So option D is right. Consider the following carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, ozone, sulfur dioxide. Excess of which of the above in the environment is caused the acid rains. Option B 2 and 4. Nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide. So ఇది total గా సో 2020 preliminary examination paper. సో కొన్ని ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లు కొన్ని ఆప్షన్స్ ఇచ్చాయి, కొన్ని ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లు కొన్ని ఆప్షన్స్ ఇచ్చాయి. సో వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ మే బి, సో అఫీషియల్కి వచ్చేదాకా కంపల్సరీ ఆన్సర్స్ అనేది తెలియదు. బట్ ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళు కొంచెం రీసెర్చ్ చేసేసి దాన్ని బట్టి వీటికి ఆప్షన్స్ సొల్యూషన్స్ అని ఇచ్చారు. ఇన్ కేస్ మీకు కంప్లీట్ సొల్యూషన్ కావాలంటే కామెంట్ చేయండి, నేను లింక్ పంపిస్తాను, డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోగలరు. థ్యాంక్ యూ.